Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching us from. We are live. It's
Yeah,
Monday morning. McKenna, can you imagine it's the 15th of December? December is halfway gone.
I don't want to think about it.
It's here, whether you think about it or not,
I don't
it's
want to
here.
think about it. Yeah.
Okay, to our viewers, I hope you are good wherever you are and you are blessed. For us, we are blessed this wonderful morning, and we are saying to the thank you to God. This is another day that we come to enlighten you more about our business. And today want to tell you that that burnout you have been experiencing, or that burnout you get to feel once in a while or sometimes, it's not laziness, but it is communicating to you something. So listen to it and answer to that calling what it is telling you. And none other than my good coach can help me or can help us understand this topic better. And so I want to give Coach McKenna a chance to introduce herself, and then we can continue with the business of the day. McKenna, kindly introduce yourself.
All right, Royce. Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. We serve an amazing God, a God who is not like us. So we are first and foremost grateful for this far God has brought us. 2025 is almost over, and we're still here, not giving up. So my name is McKenna. I was born and raised in Kenya, but I live in the US with my family. I am a proud digital business owner. Yeah, and I just want to thank God for this fire brought us. The burnout might be there, life might have changed a little bit, but yeah, we keep on moving. Thank you, Lois. Back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, McKenna, for those few words of introduction. I'm so grateful. Yeah, your host here is Lois, originally from Kenya, but currently living in Oregon, USA, together with my family. I'm a mother to one young adult, a legal assistant by profession, and a proud digital business owner. And today, our topic is about your burnout wasn't or isn't laziness. That's what we want to tell you. And I want just to tell you the truth and gently and boldly that when you feel burnout, it doesn't come from being lazy. Nay, it comes from carrying too much for a long time without support. And many of us have been faithful parents, we have been faithful employees, and we provide and make sure we turn up for our jobs when we are expected to turn up for our jobs. We are there for our families, and we are the prayer warriors for our families to keep our families all together. And I want to tell you that God always tells us that our efforts, He always sees them, even as much as when other people may overlook that. And when you feel tired, overwhelmed, or you're stuck, I want you to remember it's not lack of discipline, it's because your system needs wisdom. The system that the system that you've been using needs kind of some wisdom, it needs some of a rest, or and also it is the high time you start thinking of a new strategy for your next season, where you feel you're not burnout, where you don't feel like you have been experiencing any burnout. And for you to understand the new strategy that you can employ, I want McKenna to take us through and make us understand that. And she's going to make us understand by answering a few questions. And my first question, McKenna, to you is, what responsibility have you been carrying that were never meant for you to carry alone? And I know for you, there were responsibility that you had, and because of this business, you have been able to drop them down. But now, I want you to talk to that person who is feeling burnout, or who has been feeling that I think I'm lazy because of the burnout. and they have that some responsibility that they were not meant to carry this responsibility alone. McKenna.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Lois. This is a nice topic, especially for the end of the year. Yes, yeah. Um, I know
Sorry.
most of the time we are so tempted to carry everything for everyone. Yes, may it be, yeah, you're there to provide, you're there to encourage, you're there to solve problems for people, you're there to be a peace keeper, uh, and most of the time you are everything. You're like jumping from one place to the other, and most of the time you're there to please people. Yeah, you want to make everybody is comfortable. I remember yesterday I was preaching about joy, and even during this Christmas, how most of the time we just want to give people that joy. We want to provide and make every, like this season, you want to buy gift for people. And most of the time, remember, Lois, you forget you. Yeah, you're just there. And maybe you're carrying the financial pressure in sirens. Yeah, emotional labor without rest. And they believe that strong faith meant for you to do that alone. Oh, I know God has provided. Oh, I know I'll make it. And most of the time, you're tempted just to stay there, feeling that, oh, you're there to take care of everybody. And you forget yourself. Looking back, Lois, that is how I was. A long time, for a long time, just being there, taking care of everyone's need and forgetting myself. Suffering in silence, yeah, going through all the pressure in silence, yeah, paycheck to paycheck life in silence, yeah, you're trying to fix one, two, three. Um, until I realized that yes, I no longer needed to do that. Until one time I was like, oh, all these burdens are not for me to bear. Yeah. I don't have to put all this on my shoulder. And especially when it came to my children for the college fees, I was like, I didn't want them to carry the burden of student loan on their necks or on their shoulders. I want to say that God designed us for better. God designed us for better. Before I started this live, I was telling Lois, what is that gift that you have? What is that thing that you can do better? And maybe you're just there sitting on it instead of just waking up and saying, this is what I can do. You're there, you have your phone, you have your laptop, you have internet. What is that one thing that you can say, hey, I think I can do this better? We always say in this business, we have the community. The global community has helped me to get where I am today. Why? Because I chose not just to stay there and carry everything alone. I have already, we have a system. In this business, we have a system that works for us. Why should I be there struggling? Yeah. Whereas there's a business here that I don't have to sell anything, that I don't have to beg friends. The system works for me. I am here and the Facebook is able to work for me. I direct Facebook where to take my ads, and I'm just seated right from my home. The responsibilities might be a lot, but you're not supposed to do that alone. You can still change your life because we're here, we are living testimonies that God can change your life through this business. Otherwise, Lois, that is what I have for now. We don't have that person doesn't have to just sit back and be the provider, be the encourager, be the peacemaker. No, run this global community and change your life today. You have all what it takes. If you can speak, even for the people who can't speak, they still have their own ways of communication, and you can do that. Yeah, back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, McKenna, for those nuggets that we have to understand. We cannot carry everything on ourselves. We have to make sure that we get the support that is needed. Yes, thank you so much. And if we don't get the support that is needed, we are going to get a burnout. And we have to remember that we cannot continue that way. Life has to change. And McKenna has given a very good example before she started this business, what would have happened to her. But now she has new systems, new strategies on how she avoids that burnout. And so is I. A lot of burnout has been taken away from us because this is a business we say that works on automation. So, and for sure, when we say that, that is exactly what happens because we don't do cold calling. There is somebody who is there to do for us the calling. They do for us the calling. We do the closing of the call. We just come in to tell the people, thank you so much for calling, coming in and calling. This is what we have for you. But somebody has already called you and welcomed you. We come and give you the parting shot. You remember, we are the CEO of our companies, and the CEO does not sit throughout the meeting. The CEO just come maybe at the beginning of the meeting to open the meeting and give a few remarks, and, or maybe you may decide to come. I'll come during the closing of the meeting, or maybe during a certain convention to close the event. That is what we do. And what has helped us to do that? It's a new system, the new strategies that we have employed in our lives. Okay. McKenna, my next question for you is this.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what was the last time your work aligned with your values and your faith and your family life?
Oh, yeah. I can say, thank you, Lois. That's a good question. I can say this business has helped me. I can say 2025 was my year of breakthrough in terms of feeling that, yes, my work, the ministry that I do, this business is also part of my ministry, is aligning. Yeah. Uh, there was a season when my work paid the bills. Yeah. It was bills after bills, but everything really drained my spirit. My spirit was not at peace. I was like, oh God, what next for me? What about my children? What about my retirement? And I stayed there for the longest time. My days were full, yet my purpose felt distance. I was like, oh God, when am I going to make life? Lois, as you know, I celebrated my 40th birthday in this country. I always tell people, whatever I had worked for, I left it back in Kenya. There's no way I can transfer that here. That means I had to start my life. I remember I turned to 40 years when I was still a student doing my second master's degree. And you can imagine to transition from being a student to where I am. My days were full, yet my purpose felt distant, very far. And I kept on asking God as a believer, what? What next for me? Burnout kept in. My time with God, oh my goodness. My presence with my family. It was all about going round and round and round, trying to see, hey, to make ends meet. And my sense of calling were constantly competing with survival. I was like, yeah, I have to survive. Alignment began turning when I started asking, not just, does this make money? And does this honor God? Does this really serve my family? Does this really allow my whole life? Or I'm just mark timing, mark timing, mark timing. And that's the time I had to make a decision and say, McKenna, this can't continue. You have to change your life. And that's why no matter how skeptical I felt or I was, no matter the fear that I had for social media, that is the time I had to say no. It doesn't matter. You people that I entertain all the time, you people that I encourage all the time and you have no time, I had to keep them away and say, I have to do something. Change has to start now in my life. And I was very aggressive about that. So if you're out there, you're working so much, you've no time for yourself, no time, nothing is aligning with your values that you have. As a mom, as an African mom, yeah, some of the values that I have from the way I was raised up, you just get confused because all the time you're like pushing. The button is always on. You're like boom, 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 pushing all the time. But the moment I started saying that I am changing my life today, and I put that ignition key and my car started, these days I just change gears. I move. My vehicle is moving. And I've learned one thing. God multiplies the movement. The step that you make, it doesn't matter how you feel, but are you ready to change your life? It doesn't matter where you are now and you're feeling, oh, I've lost it. Once you decide to start, the Lord will definitely see you through. And once you start doing what you're supposed to, God will always bless you. So thank you so much, Lois. Back to you.
Thank you so much, McKenna. I thank you for reminding us that because at times we forget. No, we are human beings and we need to be reminded to make sure that we align our thoughts with our God's purpose, because God has put a purpose in us. And when we allow that, He multiplies what He has given unto us. So we just need to take that step of faith. And so, McKenna, to continue, or rather to conclude our Go Life, and I want you to talk to that person, because I know for you, you have already taken these steps, and because you saw the signs and you got the support that you needed, and that's why you are wherever you are. So I want you to talk to that person and tell them if rest and support were not signs of weakness, and they should take that. Yes, rest and support is not a sign of weakness. So what kind of life and income would they allow themselves to build? And also, as you're answering that question, just tell them how they can build that income that they want them to allow themselves to build going forward, because now we have said that they have to understand that the burnout is not being lazy, and they have, for them not to continue enjoying the burnout, they have to change their system, and they have to change their mindset as well, and they have to embrace the new life that they are coming with. And so let me highlight for you the question. There it is. I was just trying to interpret it like the way I want to, because I know it's not you, it's them we are talking to. So the question just says, if rest and support were not signs of weakness, what kind of life and income would you allow yourself to build? Talk to that person, McKenna. I know you can do it good.
Okay. Yeah, some of the questions are really so touchy because I always say that in this business we are so real. Some of the questions that we put here, these are some of the things that we have experienced and we have learned a lot from it. I would allow myself to stop striving and start stewarding because Lois, God has given us everything, all that we need. Everything is in our hands. I would build a life where rest is not something I earn after burnout. Yeah? But something I protect as obedience to God. I would believe that trusting God includes trusting others. Just the way we talk every day. Do you trust us? Or do you choose to trust yourself and say, hey, I better keep off. I better keep away? Would you rather say, hey, now I feel better after you've gone through all the struggles when we are here every morning telling you about this business? Would you include God in this and trust us and trust the system and trust a mentor? Yeah, you can imagine before we started, and trust that community to help you carry the load. Because for sure, Lois, mentors and coaches help people carry the load. And most of the time, when you come in, the first question we ask, hey, where do you want to be? Where do you want to go with this business? What is your vision? And mostly we carry the visions of people. We say, hey, I will help you to get where you want. I would rather allow myself to build income that flows from alignment, not exhaustion. Income that doesn't require me to choose between showing up for my family and showing up for work. Income that grows because it is supported by wisdom, by structure. We always say we have a wonderful structure and shared effort, not because I am constantly pushing my limit. I would release that lie that doing more equals than being faithful. Instead, I would embrace the truth that God multiplies what I have surrendered to Him. I would give myself permission to receive rest without guilt, help without shame, and provide provision without fear, believing that God's design for my life includes both purpose and peace. Peace is very important. During this Christmas time, we're talking about the joy, the peace, the love, the hope that we have. What is your hope? Do you see God in things that you do? Or how do you see God? How do you value or view God in your life? Because for me, all the time, Lois, I keep on saying that I have seen God in this business and I see God in this business through people, through things. I always tell people this business gives you a chance to check it out. Even before you make that decision that you want to start a business, it gives you a chance to check it out. How does that happen? Lois, if you go to Lois' page there is WW. That is our own business. She bring people through that website WW. Once you put your name and your email on that website, it gives you a free webinar. That webinar is amazing. It shows you how this business works, the system that makes this business work, and shows you how everything is just aligned for you to succeed. You can check at that. After that, you have to join and pay the 149. The 149, I always tell people, it is a key for you to access our business model where you get a coach all for free, a mentor all for free. And then from there, you're able to see the product, the commission, and to see where you can start. And still, people are given wings on how to start. So you might be there afraid, hey, what am I going to do? Is this the best way? I remember yesterday somebody texting me and saying, hey, tell me about the business. I said, oh, this is an online franchise business, blah, 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 blah. He said, after paying the 149, do I need some more money to start? I said, can we talk? Because I wanted to tell this person, why are you thinking ahead? You don't know you don't even understand the system first. You want to go step by step. Watch that webinar. Pay the 149. Check slowly as you make your decision. The business gives you a chance. There's no you can say, hey, do I need some more money to start? Yes. So, and maybe you block yourself without even checking the opportunities and what is inside. For me, I would say get inside. Get even to understand this product because they are healthy products that can help you and your family. So don't block yourself. Don't just sit there and start feeding yourself with some information that you don't know. Take that step of faith. Register, watch that webinar, pay the 149. Talk to somebody. We are real people. Talk to us. But most of the time, we'll talk to you once you get inside. Because that is the time we can read from the same page with you. Otherwise, this is a wonderful business that is changing us. If you have no plan for 2026, you better start putting things together. After this live, just register. If you're going to watch this later, just register and have that plan for 2026. Otherwise, no miracle. I will never forget what God said, McKenna, if you are not prepared, there's no miracle for you. And that is the God that we serve because we have to work. Because even God is in this thing that we are doing. Otherwise, back to you, Lois.
Thank you so much, McKenna. As I was listening to you, I was just smiling all by myself because I was just telling myself, I would do for the person who is listening to us would try to have that situation and try to put themselves in the shoes that we are talking from and get to understand more, because that is the way they can be able to understand this business and get to know why we talk the way we talk, because we don't talk the way we talk because that's the way it not be. We talk because that's the way it is and it is the truth of the matter. So thank you so much, McKenna. I really appreciate you for coming over this wonderful morning. I know it's very early in the morning, but I'm very grateful for making our audience to understand that being burnout is not laziness, but they have to change the system. And this is the best gift Christmas they can buy for themselves. They are busy buying for everybody gifts, but what are they buying for themselves? It's the why can't they just pay the 149 US dollars now? And this is a gift they'll remember for the rest of their life. And they'll always say, I thank myself the day I decided to pay this gift. So, as we conclude, I want to remind you that being exhausted is not a failure, it's just a signal. It is a reminder that something needs to change. So when you feel that exhausted, you have to remember your body is reminding you, or your mind is reminding you, or your brain, something needs to change. And you have to discover that this is your season to choose alignment over survival. You
Mm,
cannot continue on that survival mode forever. You have to change the strategy, because the strategy you're going to take is going the one that is going to take you out of the struggle that you are in. And I want to tell you, if you're ready to create that income that fits your life and honors your faith and protects your peace, I want you to save this Go Live, share it with somebody else that you know somewhere that may need to hear this. And also, I want you to look at our pages. You go to McKenna's, you go to my page, and let us help you achieve the next milestone in your life by starting building something different, because your next chapter begin with the courage and the action that you take today and now. That is all what I can tell you. And McKenna, do you have something to say before we wind up?
Yeah, Lois, I would say this to somebody. It is not too late to start. Believe in yourself. I'm a Christian, I'm a believer. I know we serve a God of miracles, a God who provides. We call him Jehovah Jireh. If you're just there and you stuck, you're feeling stuck, don't just be quiet. Talk to somebody. There might be a way. Talk to somebody. Don't just keep and hold the things to yourself. Just talk to somebody. Otherwise, now is the right time for you to check out this business so that as we get to 2026, you will have a plan. Yeah. Blessings.
Okay. Thank you so much, McKenna. God bless you. To our audience who are watching us right now, we thank you so much for taking time to join us. Those who will be watching the replay, we also say thank you. And please put it in the comment section and let us know where you're watching us from. And remember that we won't be here to hold your hand for you to achieve your next milestone. So, from us, it's good. God bless you and have a blessed day. And goodbye.
Bye.